think you can hear me. Right. That's Peter, the Hodari Senior Club. Those of you who are coming here for the first time. And okay, we should organize something called Career Friday. It's mostly from 3 and 4. Of course, if you're from 1 or from 2, it doesn't matter because we also get to other career. And we are privileged to have with us Mr. Cassany, all the way from Pamplona, Navarra, capital of San Fermin. And he's the coordinator for Africa for the University of Navarra. And he's going to share with us a bit about student life in the University of Navarra and also just give ideas of what careers you want to do if you want to go there. Just a small fact is, I think in the year 2019, University of Navarra was the third rank in Europe in terms of teaching. Of course, he has more data, and I'd rather not speak more. But let's give him a hand.
So I'll give out you some forms. So just in case you don't want to hear me anymore, but you are still interested in the university, you can fill in this form so that we can reach out to you and send you some information about the university. Okay. It's not mandatory. I mean, if you don't want to hear from us, you just don't feel it. I mean, don't feel obligated, but just in case you want. And actually, you are lucky because it's my last session in Kenya. I've been here for 3 weeks already, almost 4. Here 3 weeks ago. Okay. And I've been doing a tour of schools and actually I've been to many schools. And on Sunday I'm leaving. I'm going back to Spain. Okay, there will be one that one time. Let me check if I have another one. Okay, but that's for you. But still, let me check if I have another one so you can keep it. They're super cool friends. And yeah. Like that. Okay, I think you won't be lucky because I don't have more pens to. I'm sorry. But the rest you can keep the pen. Just okay. So anyone can like. So here you have this. You can fill in this with personal information. So your first name, last name, email, city. City is Nairobi. Institution where you are currently studying. So it's a school. So in which school are you studying? Like more or less, how many are you in Strathmore School? Can you raise your hands? The ones who are in Strathmore. The other ones, where are you studying? Renana, what about you? What? Okay. You? Okay. So just put the institution where you are studying, then the current school year. You can put. It depends on the educational system you are in, but you put, for example, year 12 or year 13. You are with A level or I don't know, form 4. And in brackets, you put the year when you are graduating from high school. Okay, so the year you will, for example, if now you are in your last year, you put 2020. Well, no, you're in your last year. When are you graduating from high school? 2022. 22, right? You're finishing in April. Yeah, you get it? So you put the year and then in brackets the year you're and the phone, mobile, gender, and then degree programs you're interested in. You can have a look on the other side. Sorry, for the ones who are in Zoom, I will I will send to Peter a link for you to request information, because this way you can also get information at your email. Here you see the academic offer. You don't need to put all the program, just the number. Okay, the number. So, for example, if I'm interested in studying nursing or primary teaching or business administration or engineering or whatever, you just put the number. So, for example, if it's business administration, you put 30, 31. Okay, 31. So no need to write it everything. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so let's start. So the main goal of this presentation is to introduce you what does it mean to study in Europe, study in Spain, and of course, study in the University of Navarra. The University of Navarra is a private university in Spain. Spain is very close. It's the, I would say, the closest European country to Africa, just in the north of Morocco. And the University of Navarra is in the north of Spain, the region of Navarra, in the city of Pamplona. Later, I will show you a video and a map where you can see the University of Navarra campus. You like it very much. But important thing here is that studying in Navarra, studying in Spain means studying in Europe. Europe is a continent which, all you know, it's very beautiful. Has a lot of countries. It's very easy to travel around Europe. You have many countries like France, Italy, Switzerland, Austria, Germany. The UK is in the continent, not in the EU. But yeah, many countries. And it's very easy to travel around. Europe is a continent full of opportunities, professional opportunities. Actually, they are doing very great. And here you can see routes which you can do around Europe, right? So we are here in Pamplona. You can go to Barcelona. It's a 4-hour trip by car. Here is Bordeaux. So everything's really close. And now let's see if you know about Europe. Okay. So now you have to participate because you have to say in which city this image is. This one is the easiest one. So if you don't know this one, I quit. Where is this one? I don't hear you. Paris. Okay, very good. Huh?
Yeah, Paris.
Yeah, Paris. Very good. Yeah, you speak loud. Okay, this one. Amsterdam. Who said that? Nice one. That's Amsterdam. That's Amsterdam. What about this one? That's a bit tricky. It looks like it looks like Italy. Some say Madrid. I mean, Peter left, so that means you know that place. Where is that? It's in Pamplona. Pamplona is the city of where the University of Navarra is. What about this one? That's in Spain as well. Not Barcelona. The cap. How about this one? No. Rome. Good. This one? Venice. Okay. If I had an extra pen, I would give an extra pen for the one who says it correctly. Vatican.
Nice.
Just no, it's in Eastern Europe. That's in Prague, Czech Republic. Okay. But now let's talk a bit about Spain. Spain is that country. Here you have Portugal, have France, Italy, the UK, Germany, Belgium, Luxembourg around here. Here you have Andorra. Here, yeah, many other countries. And Spain is in the southwest of Europe. And what does it mean studying in Spain? I would say that studying in Spain means to learn a new language. I don't know how many of you, if there's someone, is studying Spanish right now. Can you raise your hand if you're studying Spanish? Hi, come on. Are you studying any other language? So Swahili, I guess, English, and French. How many of you are studying French? Only two? Okay. Is anyone learning another language? So, yeah, which one? Portuguese. Okay, so Portuguese is actually very close to Spanish. Um, so studying in Spain means to be able to learn a new language. It's not yeah, like a language that you say no one speaks that language, but there's quite a lot of people who are speaking that language. Actually, it's the second language in the world for first language speakers after English, after Chinese, sorry. And overall, if you take all the speakers who are speaking Spanish, is the fourth in the world. Not only for first speaker for first speakers, but overall is the fourth. So you have Chinese, English, another third one. As people around. So the Hindi, and then you have Spanish. Okay. So French. Okay, it's top. It's in the top 10 of 15, I guess. Many people learning French in Africa. Many people learning French because many countries are the official language is French. But yeah, in terms of first language speakers, the Spanish is the second one. Why do you think is that? Where else can you speak Spanish? Well, do people speak Spanish? So in Spain, obviously. Morocco, so. Okay, there are people, yeah. But I wouldn't say Morocco is for first, like the first language is Spanish. Okay, it's quite intuitive. Where else can you speak Spanish? Do people speak Spanish? Yeah. Huh? Western Sahara, yeah. Okay. Cool. South America. Okay, give me one example. No. It was very easy. It was very easy. No. And what? Argentina. Yeah, you know it by because of Messi, right? No, Brazil actually they speak Portuguese. Okay, but you have Argentina, you have Panama, Ecuador, Peru, Chile, República Dominicana, many. Mexico, it's a really huge country. They speak Spanish. On its way. So yeah, Spanish is a widely spoken language. Let me just briefly talk about that in Spain we have a lot of art, a lot of architecture, a lot of big cultural environment. Here, for example, you have the Museo del Prado. It's one of the best museums in the world. It's in Madrid. We also have the City of Arts and Sciences in Valencia, in the coast, in the east. You have the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao. Bilbao is 2 hours away from Pamplona. We also love to have fun, to have a lot of fun. So we have many cities around the country. So we have La Feria de Abril, Sevilla, La Tamborrada in San Sebastián, famous San Fermin. Did you know about San Fermin? Yeah, that's kind of bullfight, yeah. Fallas in Valencia, and you have many. Also, we could say that I'm from Catalonia. I'm not from Navarra, from Catalonia. We could also say the human towers. Have you ever seen these human towers? Yeah? I should show you. We are also famous. Well, famous. We used to. we used to. Okay, Nadal is still winning, but he's 35. The Spanish national team. Okay, the other day we won Italy. We did a really good match. Now we are in the final of the UEFA Nations League. So let's see if we can win it and prepare for Qatar 2022. But the last years haven't been very good for our national team. But NBA, we have great players. You know who this woman is? Her name? I didn't know it either before preparing this presentation. She's Carolina Muguruza. She's the world champion of badminton. She's Spanish. I'm sure you also know about tortilla, jamón, right? The tapas. paella. Okay, okay, so now now you have seen well in Spain. I haven't seen it said it, but in Spain also in terms of professional opportunities after the degrees, there are many companies which headquarters are in Spain, Madrid, in Barcelona. So it's also a country full of great opportunities in terms of professional area. But now let's speak about the University of Navarra. I think that's so. Can you raise up your hand, the ones who are in your last academic year for university? So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now the ones who are in the second to last. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So you still have a time. Let me do a small break. I think it's very important what you are doing now. That seeing different opportunities of universities, countries, or just degrees if you want to study anything. Now it's a very good moment to think about, especially those who are in the second to last year. The ones in your last year, it's all right as well because you still have time, but especially for the ones in your second to last year. I think you are very lucky because you have the opportunity now to think about what you're gonna do, to open your mind to think about many different opportunities, and I think that's a really great thing to do because it's not just okay. I will study this here because my father told me so, and because I hadn't had time to decide any other thing. So I think it's important to take this step to start thinking with a lot of time ahead. And those ones who are in your last year, I would recommend you to still you still have 1 year. But for example, if you want to go abroad or I don't know, if you want to study something that you have not taken the decision, I think it's important that you start thinking about that. And you are also very important. The University of Navarra is a private university in Spain. It was founded in 1952 by a guy called San Jose Maria Escrivá de Balaguer. Actually, he also founded Strasbourg University, the famous guy here. So it was founded in 1952, and since there, it has been growing and growing. I'll show you a photo of the campus and also a video of the campus, and I think you like it very much. But mainly the main goal of the University of Navarra is to make the University of Navarra the best place to learn, to do research, to work, and to be cured. It's not only a place where you just go study a degree and go back home. It's a place where the environment is it's good enough not only to learn to study, but to have a great university experience, as I will show you. So the campus allows you to have a lot of activities and to develop in a great manner in terms of human development as well. So it's not just we are training technicians, guys who only know how to be a doctor and how to be a businessman, but are people who take care about society, that think big, that want to take steps towards their future. And also thank you very much. And also the University of Navarra has a private hospital, for example. Why? Because we care about people and we want to cure them in a good way. Taking care of them, taking care of the little details. I'm sure these things ring a bell to you, but here in the University of Navarra, we feel it and we are really convinced of this. Yeah, no worries. Welcome, Rafael. So what are the kind of people we are looking for? We don't want people in the University of Navarra, we don't want students that just want to get a degree. It's okay if you want that, but we encourage our students to think a bit beyond that. So we are seeking for students, especially for students who want to make a positive impact in the world, to make yeah, to leave
Leave
a
an impact.
yeah, to leave a mark, leave an impact in the world, and it's not just I want to get my degree. But all the academic offer of the University of Navarra is based on this. So we offer degrees, but the student experience, the humanistic subject you will have degree, all the atmosphere you can find there. It's focused on training our students to be that. Let's call it. It's a very mainstream thing, but let's call it next generation leaders. But really, we are really convinced. Okay. So now let me put your video. I'm sure you'll like it very much, which is a presentation video of the. Navarra es unir todo. Porque. Wait.
Please, start one.
No, but if I share the screen, they will see everything I do, so I don't have to be changing. So I will start again for the ones.
Vivir Navarra es unir razón y sentimiento.
Sorry, just a bit introduction. So this video, all the images and videos you'll see are on campus. So everything you see is in the campus of the University of Navarra. Okay, it's not free Google images or just non-licensed videos. Okay, so this is done by us, and all you see is in the campus of the university.
Separarnos. Porque no basta querer, es preciso pensar.
Me gusta muchísimo esta universidad. Al principio no hablaba nada del idioma, tenía mucho miedo, pero la gente fue tan amable y tan simpática conmigo y me ayudaron mucho. No sé, me siento a gusto, me siento casi a casa. Me gusta mi biblioteca, me gusta caminar por la uni. Siento que estoy en el lugar donde tengo que estar.
El ambiente en la universidad es muy internacional en general y yo creo que eso enriquece, que eso es parte de la riqueza de esta universidad, que es una mentalidad abierta, aprendes a entender más las cosas quizás cuando tienes un espectro muy grande del cual aprender, ¿no?
Trabajar con personas al final te hace ser muy humano. Conversas con muchísimas gentes de distintas razas, de distintos países, de distinta clase. Al final terminamos casi siendo universitarios.
¿Cómo es posible que salgas de la Universidad de Navarra, te encuentres con alguien de la Universidad de Navarra y te entre ese no sé qué en el estómago? Es decir, tú has vivido lo mismo que yo y sabemos que nadie de lo alrededor lo ha podido sentir eso, ¿no? Pero sin embargo, oye, hay un feeling especial entre la gente que ha estudiado en la universidad, porque tiene algo que no sé qué es, que la hace diferente.
Quizá la universidad les ha despertado unas ganas de saber, de conocer, de leer, te hacen preguntas. La universidad te da seguridad de que aquí se intentan hacer las cosas muy bien hechas. Y no es que no hayamos encontrado nada malo, nada equivocado, nada que nos haya parecido que no se podía hacer mejor, ¿eh? Profesionalidad, ganas de hacer bien las cosas. En general aquí todo el mundo está por lo que hay que estar.
Me llevo sobre todo el trato y sobre todo ahora en cuarto. Yo lo que he hecho pues, es empezar a hablar con los profesores y enseguida te das cuenta que están muy disponibles, que se vuelcan en ti, que quieren que llegues lejos.
Cuando tú terminas el bachillerato se te queda todo grande, entonces dices, uy, no sé dónde ir, no sé qué hacer. Entonces cuando ves un sitio donde te sonríen y te tratan bien y te acogen, pero no como uno más, sino como decir, aquí te queremos a ti, porque te queremos dar lo que podemos dar nosotros. Ese trato que hay, esas facilidades y esas ayudas hacen que la Universidad de Navarra yo esté convencido de que sea mi mejor elección.
Vivir Navarra, estudiar en la Universidad de Navarra, consiste en ser protagonista de un gran sueño, de una aventura épica que supone poner todos los talentos, todas las capacidades, toda la formación al servicio de los demás para construir un mundo más justo, más humano, más solidario.
So I hope you like the video. I guess maybe some of the faces you saw were familiar to you because I think my father was one of them, my sister and my brother. It's not my fault that they're there. Actually, they were recorded before I went to the university, so I didn't know yet the university. It was in the graduation of my sister. Just asked my father and my brother to if they could. It was really funny.
This the lecturer doing the video. Zero.
What's his name? Godfrey.
Yes.
Was it the video?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what you told me.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's great. He's now in the business school, maybe?
The center mathematics there.
Yeah, okay. Actually, in the University of Navarra and Strathmore have a close relationship. For example, for exchange students, every year there are exchange students from the University of Navarra going to Strathmore University, and also the other way. So Strathmore going to Navarra for one. Actually, now I have a friend of the University of Navarra studying here. I mean, just we had lunch. We have had lunch many times during my stay here. What are the three pillars that I would say that define the University of Navarra? The first one is the academic excellence. As Peter said, we are number 3 in Europe in 2019 in terms of teaching and learning experience. We also have a lot of undergraduate degrees. We'll talk about the language. And by the way, you can ask me whatever you want during the presentation. So I would prefer that the Q&A session is during the presentation, okay? So there's no I speak and then you ask, so you can ask whatever. Like for example, the language, the entry requirements, tuition fees, if there are scholarships, how many international students are there? I don't know, are there many African guys? Whatever you want to ask, you can ask, okay? So the first one is academic excellence, the second one is the University of Navarra experience, and the third one is our global perspective. So there is an international environment. So let's go for the first one. this is a okay. So if I was telling you we are the best, the third in Europe, you can believe me or you may not believe me. It's normal that I say that we are the best. I'm really convinced that we are quite the best. It's the best option. But if someone from that has nothing to do with you tells you that you are somewhere there, that you are playing in the Champions League and that you are playing with the best ones, okay, that's a different thing, right? So TAG stands for Thanks Higher Education, which is a British magazine, not even Spanish magazine. If it was a Spanish magazine, yeah, the 10 of us would be Spanish university because yeah, Spanish is the best. But okay, British Spain, okay, we are cordial relationship, but sometimes we are really, really close friends. Okay, so they said that the University of Navarra is the third one in terms of teaching. Okay, the teaching quality after Oxford and Cambridge, then you have the University of Navarra, and yeah, these are the universities in the Champions League in Europe. There are many others, but among them you can find. Yeah.
But you could lose numbers.
Huh?
You could lose 80%.
Yeah, I didn't get these numbers. Yeah. Okay. They did the tertiary education.
Which was
So-
made? Who did they measure? What do you settle for?
Yeah, it's out of 100. Yeah, so it's 80 out of 100, and they measure the level of the investigation of the teachers, like if they publish quality papers, the level of the teaching in the classroom, and then also the student satisfaction for the teaching. So they do a big survey around Europe, and then get the. That was the last year they did that's a very good question, but that was the last year they did the ranking. It's not that in 2020 we are worse and we just keep it this one. Yeah, there was no ranking after that. Okay, because they did some others. I don't know the other rankings how are I'm sure we are also doing great. Yeah.
What
The?
you teach
Teaching language. Okay, so here that's a good question. Yeah, now I was about to talk about it. So here you see there are 88 programs. So the ones who don't have a star are in Spanish. Full Spanish. The ones who put international something program, international program. So it's either they put international program or they have 2 stars. So these ones are Spanish, but they have an English track. And sometimes this English track allows you to do the first year in English. Okay, so maybe then the ones who have 1 star are bilinguals, and also most of them the first year is entirely in English. So maybe if you have some that we can do just a quick Q&A. You tell me the degree, and I will tell you if it's in Spanish, if it's in English, or okay. Is it all right? So you tell me the degree you are interested in. I tell you we have it and we plan. Okay, so who starts? Okay. Sorry?
Law.
So law. It's in Spanish itself, but there is a global law program, an international business law program, an Anglo-American law program, and the 53 as well. No, 53, which is an English track. But if you want to study law in the University of Navarra, you must know Spanish. The School of Law has international relations, which is not law, but it's also related to law. International relations, so it's a bilingual degree. The first year is full entirely in English, and you don't need the B2 Spanish certificate to enter in the university. You need to certify it after 1 year. Okay. Okay. What else? Yeah. What else? Which one do you want to say? That do you want to know? Yeah. Electrical engineering is in Spanish. yeah, Spanish. So for the
The dean of the School of Engineering of Stockholm University studied in the University of Navarra.
yeah. There is a program which is called International Foundation Program, in which you can spend. I will talk about it later. You can spend 1 semester or 1 year studying Spanish in the University of Navarra, and not only that, but you also get you can study some subjects of the degree you will study the following year. Okay, but I encourage you to see it as an opportunity, this Spanish thing, because you may think, okay, Spanish, just forget about it. But you also can think, okay, I already know English. Swahili, I guess you all know it. Yeah. So why don't I go for a third language? And I can finish. I assure you. I mean, you will finish your degree with a perfect level of English, obviously, and with a perfect level of Spanish. So your doors are more open than if you only know English. I mean, English is really good and you can go whatever you want. But more apart from that, you also know Spanish. It's also good, you know. So maybe you are thinking, okay, this university. Okay, why don't you think university, which has another language, a very widely spoken language, and you can also learn it. It's a very interesting one. It's not quite difficult. It's not like this. I mean, and if you're studying French, it has a lot of similarities. So yeah, I encourage you to see it this way because I think okay, if you want to know specific degrees, you just study, okay? For our in all of our degrees, we include which we call core curriculum, which is a set of subjects with just 2 or 3 subjects throughout all the degree. One in the first year, another one in the second year, another one in the third year, which are humanistic subjects. So why do we have this? Why should a doctor have a humanistic subject in his degree? When I say humanistic subject, I refer to a subject which has nothing to do specifically with the degree which you are studying, and it's a subject which makes you think about great things in life, about history, contemporary ideas, where do we come from, where are we going, what is good, what is bad. It's not religion, but it makes you think a lot of things, and yeah, and all of our students study this. In our university, we have Catholic students, we have atheist students, we have Muslim students, we have from all the religions, and all of us are doing this because we believe that it's really interesting for everyone to think about these things, to be able to think freely, have our own convictions, and that's why we introduce this core curriculum in all of our programs. Yeah, regarding your question, these are the schools and the degrees which you can have facilities to study in English, because either the first year is in English or at least it's a bilingual degree. So, for example, you have this School of Communication. For example, for School of Economics, you don't need a B2 for almost all for a lot of degrees. You need a B2 Spanish certificate to enter university, but there are some exceptions. For example, in the School of Economics, if you want to study economics or business in the University of Navarra, you don't need a Spanish certificate until the second year. So you have 2 years to learn Spanish and take the B2 certificate. And it's really feasible to get the Spanish certificate in 2 years. Actually, even in 1 year. Medicine, we do require the B2 certificate, but the first year is entirely in English. For these ones, we don't require a Spanish certificate until the end of the first year, because all of the subjects for this degree, you do the international program are in English. School of Law, international relations, the same. First year entirely in English. You don't need the Spanish certificate until the end of the first year. For design, you do need the Spanish certificate, but the first year is in English. Humanities, it's also by and you do. Yeah.
What exactly is the Spanish certificate?
So it's an official certificate. It's like the advanced in English or.
Is there someone who spoke French? Because French has-
Del?
Yes, Del.
Yeah, so it's the equivalent in Spanish. But we know that for most of you, to make a decision about what degree should I study, it's very. I remember that I decided in December, in my last year in December, because my father told me, okay, you need to decide. And just I had to make a decision. But to help our students, our prospective students, to make this decision, we offered you not only for our future prospective students, but to everyone, what we call an orientation test. So the orientation test is to help you to decide which degree you should study. You don't need to go to the University of Navarra. You don't need to commit. Just okay. So if you take this test, we won't tell you, okay, now you took the test, now you just come to the university, right? We give this free tool to you, so now you have to commit. Nothing to do with that. You just take it, and then we forget about. I mean, we don't forget about you, but it's independent of you coming or not coming to the University of Navarra. Okay, and of course it's free. So if you are interested in that, you can ask for an orientation test. It will take you 1 hour. So you do it's a test which yeah, you tell the test your interest, you test your abilities, your logical reasoning, your spatial reasoning, your numerical reasoning. You test everything, and then we get a report and we share it with you. And we say, according to the report, according to the results we've gotten from your test, we would recommend you this or this. Okay, so it's very useful. We are doing a lot of tests, and actually this helps people a lot. Actually, a specific example of a girl who's from Kenya. Actually, she was thinking about doing psychology. She did the test, and then she saw that she had to do international relations. So now she will do international relations in Navarra.
Where did you study?
I studied economics, leadership, and governance. It's number 28 in the School of Economics. Really, you can ask for a pen. So then we have the UNAV experience. We have 4 campuses in Spain. The Pamplona one is the main campus. So here you study all the undergraduate degrees are in this campus. Then we have a campus in San Sebastián for the School of Engineering. And then we have 1 campus in Barcelona, 1 campus in Madrid for Masters and Executive Education. Masters is when you finish your undergraduate degree, you can do a master. And Executive Education is for people who are already working and they want to specialize in something specific or they want to know how to run their business better, this kind of thing. So this is the campus, the university, okay? So it's quite huge. We like to say that it's an American campus in a European city because you don't find this in Europe normally. Well, in the UK you do, but normally the universities in the cities are just, okay, here you have the School of Law, here you have the School of Economics, and here whatever. So here in the campus, actually Strasbourg University also has a campus in which all the schools are close to each other. So this is 115 areas, and all of our undergraduate degrees are you study here. Here you see the sport facilities. I know you will love to know that. So you can play football, you can play basketball, you can play squash, volleyball, handball, tell sports because I tennis, yeah, paddle, many others. Okay, and you can play there. So for example, if you live around here, You just can book a place, like a port or a beach or whatever, and you just come. If it's free, you just come with your friend and just okay. You don't have to pay more because it's included in the tuition. Okay, here you have the Museum of Contemporary Arts. This building here, they will build around here. They will build a museum of sciences. Next year they will start the construction. What else? Well, you have some residence halls here, there, here. What else? What? Oh. Right. Yeah, no, that's fine. So there's yeah. So for is anyone interested in medicine? You? So here, our medicine program is one of the best in Spain, and here you have the School of Medicine. Okay, here you have a private hospital, so it's called Clínica Universidad de Navarra, the University of Navarra Hospital, and here you have a center for research of applied medicine. Okay, so in 100 meters, you can do research of medicine. You can do some internships as a doctor or as a nurse, and here you start. So that's a pretty good experience, actually. Okay, so let me put you a video about that campus. The one you just saw, Pamplona. I don't know if it's it. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't answer to your questions. Huh? Civil engineering, I think there's, yeah. There's civil engineering. Yeah, there's no civil engineering. There are like 10 engineering. Okay, so later I will put you this video, but for you to have a look on the student experience, we have many student clubs. So as you see in the campus, so we are 9,000 people in the campus, only students, and we have the staff, which are, I don't know how much, but 9,000 students, undergraduate students, are going every day to that campus. So you can imagine that life there is just amazing. Why? Because you are studying in the School of Economics, and you know that there is a, I don't know, conference in the School of Communication. So you just go there because a friend of you is in the School of Communication, and you just walk 20 meters and you are in the School of Communication. You can get there. And then you have lunch in the cafeteria of the museum, and then you have to go running because you have a football match in like 100 meters from the cafeteria, you know. So the life there it's really intense. But you do many things, and also people are there because they like to study. So people are getting great there, but they also like to do things like the student clubs, which you have science and sustainability. Yeah. Okay, I won't introduce you all of them because we could be like 2 hours here. We have cultural clubs for theater, Spanish culture, photography and cinema, student music groups, debate, many of them. United Nations model, we have this. For sports, yeah, there are many sports teams for any sport you can think of, but apart from the sports team, there are clubs of sports made of people who like to, I don't know, for example, the ski club and snowboarding club, so they organize trips and they just go skiing. There are so many skiing resorts around, like 2 hours or 1 hour away. So you just go there in a weekend or one day trip, you can get it. You have to wake up early. Well, in terms of Kenya, it's not early. In terms of Kenya, it's early. Yeah, you wake up at 5 or something like this. Yeah, for us, waking up at 5 not easy. Not easy. Then our days it's longer than here. And it's not that we are very lazy. So we wake up at 7, 8, and then we go to bed at 11 p.m. Something like this. Yeah. So you have video game league, paddle. You know paddle? This kind of tennis, but in a smaller court with walls, 2 against 4, 2 against 2. Mountain bike, surf, etc. For law, you also have clubs in which you put in practice everything you learn in class. Economics and business. So if you like investment, you like big data. Kifar, it's okay. It's a club, yeah, focused on the development of business leadership skills. So they were looking for a name. I think Kifar is Swahili, right? Yeah. It's like Rhino. Yeah. So they were looking for a cool name, and they put okay Swahili for sure. They would have actually in my class we also organized a club for social innovation, and we call it Mazingira. Mazingira is like environment, right? Yeah. So yeah, it was because we wanted to connect to many people, so everything is connected like an environment. So it was called Mazingira. So Kifaro, yeah, the logo is a rhino. Yeah, but nothing to. I mean, just the name was cool and Kifaro. Yeah, I didn't make the connection. Like being here, you would say that. Case competition, economic society, innovation and entrepreneurship, branding and innovation, biotechnology and business, marketing and communication, medicine, university relations, international relations and development. And then we organize volunteering. Well, actually, there is a whole department organizing volunteering activities during the academic course and also in summer. So actually, they organize work camps all around the world in Spain, but I think some year they came to Kenya. They also been to Latin America, or many places. Uganda, maybe. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but probably they've been to Africa for sure. Housing, there are many possibilities. We can talk about that if you're interested in it. And that's quite an important thing, because if you I don't in the University of Navarra it costs what it costs, but I would say that you get a better education for a less money if you compare it, I don't know, to universities in Spain or in European countries or in the US for sure. So actually, if you compare it, the University of Navarra is much cheaper than these places. And finally, okay, so now it's time to show you the third video. That's a cool video, okay? So you will, it's more also a campus.
I'll make you move like your boots are on fire. I'll make you jump like you touch a live wire. I like to groove it. He likes to groove it. Ain't no sitting down when I get in the zone. Just give me my crown, let the king take his throne. I like to groove it. He likes to groove it. You're gonna move it. You're gonna move it. Clap your hands, just clap your hands. Give 'em a clap. Like 1, 2, 3. Clap your hands, just clap them for me. Give 'em a clap. Like 1, 2, 3. 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 Like 1, 2, 3.
COVID, that's always. That's true. Okay, so this will be the last video. So the University of Navarra, of course, yeah. Who made these videos? It was made by some guys in the university. So who were
These students
No, there was staff. Well, the guys in the video are students, but the guys are like doing the video are staff of the university. Well, I think some students are helping this stuff. They're like doing internship.
what's the range of the price?
Yeah. Okay, I'll come back to your question after yours. Yeah. No, so since we have a museum of contemporary art, there are many courses, like it's not degrees. There are courses or, for example, there's theater, music, chorus, orchestra, this kind of things. So getting back to your question, the tuition fees are around 10,000 euros per year. Okay. Along with that, we also have a scholarship programs and financial aid program, which we help students that can reach this amount to help them to reach it if it's possible. So, for example, myself, I had a scholarship. Okay. So yeah, so we're saying the international dimension is very present, very you can feel it in the campus, because almost 30% of the student population come from abroad, are not Spanish. So from Latin America, from the US, from Europe, from Africa, from Asia, from Oceania. Also, we have many international exchange programs. So for all the degrees we have with this international dimension, you can have an exchange program. So that means that you go for 4 months or 5 months to another country, to another university, and have another international experience. So, for example, to put an example of myself, I've done 2 international exchange programs. I've been to Taiwan, which is in China, far away, and another one in Belgium. It was 2 hours flight from home. It was a bit closer. So yeah, I mean that you have this international experience. And what about Spanish? So as I said, some degrees we are not expecting you to know Spanish before entering, but before finishing your degree, you will be able to speak Spanish. It's not a very difficult language, the same family as French, as Portuguese. I don't know anything of Portuguese, but I can understand a conversation in Portuguese, for example. Well, at least the big picture. Maybe the details. It takes maybe between 6 and 9 months to get a proper level of Spanish. I don't know. Do you speak Spanish? Or how is it that 9 months? 1 year?
Say a month. Wait.
1 month. So it's less than that.
Get an idea of what they're talking about. 3 months to make a few sentences that they can understand. And then about 6 to 9 months to actually get a conversation going.
Okay, so that is right. Okay. So maybe a B2 level, you can get it. B2 level is in English it's first certificate Cambridge.
Because it's massive.
It's
massive.
So you are living in Spain. You have if you are taking an international program, you're not having Spanish subject, but if you do this international foundation program with this gap year, if you invest in studying Spanish, I would say that in 9 months you are able to speak Spanish fluently. And this has many advantages, which, for example, you can be in the University of Navarra, great advantage. But also, knowing Spanish means that you speak a well-spoken language apart from English, right? And we give a lot of facilities for international students to learn Spanish, to have a smooth transition to our university. This is what I was talking about, this international foundation program. It's 1 year or 1 semester. Well, you are finishing in December or April or right? So you have the possibility to come for 1 semester, from January to June or from September to June, and study this international foundation program. I would say that this is highly recommended because this way you can get a proper level of Spanish and you don't struggle too much with your degree, but still you can start from scratch, like your degree. Okay, so
how is it possible that a city smaller than the one I came from helped me learn more about the world than anywhere else?
What I have seen here is the possibility to be responsible enough to get things done and to have the passion to enjoy it.
At the beginning it may seem hard, but it's totally worth it.
Because there's one time in your life when you have to leave Mama Bear and live by yourself.
Of course you're gonna miss your family and your friends, but then when you're abroad, you just have to go out there and be yourself without them.
The first year I lived in a college, and it's impossible to feel alone when you have 60 friends looking after you.
It's such a good university to go to study, research and develop your professional career.
It opens your mind and makes your world bigger. It doesn't matter where you come from, but who you are.
Here, you're welcome to live the Spanish way of life.
It's not only about learning a language, it's something much deeper that can get you very far.
After this experience, I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
So, if you, well, this, but for the ones who are in your last year, if you are interested in going to the university, this would be the steps to follow. So first, you have to do the inscription in our website, which is that one. Then you have to upload some documentation, like your high school GPA. For this GPA, we require the second to last year's GPA. Okay, so yeah, because when we do the when you ask for the admission, you don't have the last year's GPA. So for example, if you want to go to Navarra next year, and you are doing the admission now, we have to say if you are admitted or not now, and you don't have the grades. We ask for the previous ones. So yeah. So for the ones who still have time or are in the second to last year, I encourage you to study hard. And not only for Navarra, because okay, it's one possibility, but anywhere you want to go, they will ask for your second to last year. Well, I don't know public universities here how they work, but I know the grade of the last year. Then a photo, then a payment of 100 euros for requiring the admission. This you will find it in all the universities. And then you do the admission test. If you are here, you can do it online. And yeah, so what we do is we take in for all the degrees except in medicine, we take into account 60% the high school GPA. And 40% is the admission test grade and a personal interview with the delegate who I am the delegate. So yeah, so we mix the grades. Actually, it's not easy to get to the University of Navarra because the admissions are growing a lot. At least, I mean, numbers talk. And yeah, and that's why we normally recommend students that have already made the decision to do the admission as soon as possible, so they have more chances. So for example, if you're a really good student, you are doubting and you ask for the admission in April or in May or in June, you have like serious option of not getting admitted, even you have a really good grade, or because all the places have already been taken. Yeah. You know, so you already know that. I would recommend to apply. I mean, that's a personal, personal recommendation. Okay, and if you have the opportunity to go to Spain, not for all. I mean, we are organizing open house days. Actually, these open house days are also online. Okay, so we are organizing some online sessions at the University of Navarra. You've already heard me, but there will be another guy speaking, so maybe he or she will give you any brighter ideas. But on November 13th, you can there are sessions from the faculties, from admissions, from scholarships. So you get a lot more information, like a lot more specific information about the university, about the admission process. But apart from that, if you go to Spain and you pass by Pamplona, or you're in Madrid and you want to know the University of Navarra, we will organize for you a campus tour, an interview with the faculty, interview with the admissions guys that are in Pamplona. So you will able to talk to maybe the students, so you get to know the university from a closer perspective. This is my contact information. That's my email. That's my WhatsApp. So if you want to WhatsApp me or whatever, send me an email. I will respond quickly. And I think that's it. Well, no, that's it. So thank you very much for being here. Yeah, I don't know if there's any question. I don't know if we have something now after this or
just maybe more questions. 5 minutes. Maybe the guys online. Online guys, you've been very quiet.
yeah, maybe the guys online have some questions you can ask on the chat. Wait, I will send you the link for getting more information to the for you to send it to the so I don't know if you fill this in, but you can I have to take them because otherwise I won't get your information. So now that would be a good moment to fill in this degree. If you don't know it, you just put one that you might be interested in next year or years. Information and technology. What do you like?
Computer science.
I think the closest thing is some data analytics thing with business and with economics. Yeah. Well, I don't know telecommunication systems. I don't know if that's you're looking for. Is this this building? Future. Wow. In the other one. Yeah.
I've seen these
So here somewhere, another way of okay, so for international campuses in Munich, in New York, in Sao Paulo, those are for executive education. So no undergraduate degrees are offered there. For undergrad, you only have you have Pamplona and San Sebastián. San Sebastián is for engineering, and Pamplona is for the rest. So in Munich, you only can study. You can only study executive education. Actually, it's the MBA.
Success.
I didn't.
3 months. Yeah.
Famous.
Yeah.
We can. Ah, thank you. Wait. Do you have internet? Is this one? This one.
Yeah, like.
Oh,
Yeah. My keyboard is a bit messed up, but
no problem.
I can figure out what you need. Just like
Somos the famous Spanish. Wait, yeah. Google.
oh yes.
Is in Google, I guess. Yeah, so here you have.
Yeah, I think you disconnected the. Oh, okay. Is the
Can you repeat the question? Oh, yeah, here you have the
Yes, but then
Give me a specific example.
Okari.
Oh yeah. No, we are engineering and then in economics and business. Mathematics. But it's not mathematics. So this is the question you asked me. Many are okay. This one I guess you know it. This guy is a magician, a very famous one. He studied communication in the university. This is was the spokesman of the Pope John Paul II. This one, I don't know, but it seems to be important in Portugal. This was the mayor of Pamplona. This is a really important journalist in Spain. This was the president of Real Madrid. You used to be. Yeah. Right. This guy is this woman is the president of the Navarra Parliament. Luzu, this is a YouTuber. He studied communication as well. He's a very famous one. This is a journalist. You also have Daniela Figo. This is the daughter of Luis Figo. She's currently studying medicine in Navarra. But she's not alumni. I mean, she's a student. Yeah. Pedro, this is the Spanish president. President of Spain. She did a program in IES for executive education. This guy was a journalist also. So the School of Communication is really good. This is a journalist that covered some dangerous conflicts, and he was killed some months ago in Burkina Faso. Oh, yeah. This guy is a businessman. He's the guy from Mercadona. No, Mercadona. It's a it's a chain of supermarkets. Really good one. Well, and many others. Yeah. This guy was the president of the International Olympic Committee. Yeah. So these are some of them. And yeah, and Kim Cassany would be like. So yeah. Are you done with that? Yeah. Okay, I think the closest thing is the School of Engineering. That you can have some things related to computer science and like telecommunication. And then in the School of Economics, there is a program, Economics plus Data Analytics or Business plus Data Analytics, which is a lot of programming. Programming, data visualization. Okay, time will be here for.
So, before we go, I think Malenge, on behalf of the Hodari Senior Club.
Yeah. Okay. So I think all of us here in Hodari. So all of us here in Hodari, I think we all learned something today about the University of Navarra and most specifically Spain. So yeah, we're just grateful that you come down here to explain to us and you helped us have a clear about how we undertake our university. So yeah, we just like to say thank you, and we have a token of appreciation.
Wow!
So it's a band.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a pleasure for me to be here, to bring the university here, and actually made a lot of questions, which always is really, really good, and it says a lot of things about you. And yeah, I'm really grateful for that. So thank you very much.
No. I don't want to. Like one of these, you see this here,
I'll put your hands.
You just pull this. I think it fits here. This one. Huh? I think you'd want it to just enjoy this. If you can try to do it, like the way it's made, it's like you just get something.
Yeah. So maybe we could do a. Yeah. We could do a photo of all of us.